I'm Amy Gardner. And Before I actually begin and show you just tell you a little bit about me. So I started my business. I started selling Tupperware 8 years ago, and I started because I was a stay-home mom, and I wanted to get out. I needed some extra money, and I fell in love with the products. And what's awesome is these products that are in our kit. So um, and we do have two options. So you could either get our virtual option, or you could get this amazing option right here beside me. And I'm going to tell you why you need it and why you would love it. So two of my favorite pieces from this are the Supersonic Chopper, which is what oh my gosh, what Lori was just talking to you guys about. And it does have the chopper in here, and it comes with a whip attachment too. And it has the small one as well. And this is called the I don't know, Supersonic Compact, okay, because it's small, right? And so, but what I absolutely love about this is that it helps my kids be in the kitchen with me. So ever since they were little, I would have them help me in the kitchen. And using these Tupperware products help them even more to be, let them be in the kitchen even more with me, which is awesome and what I always wanted. But we were limited before I sold Tupperware because I didn't have all these amazing pieces, right? I mean, I chop things by hand, and let me tell you, cutting an onion was horrible. So I didn't have a whole lot of fresh onion in my house. So we had a lot of dried onion because I would cry. Okay, let us know in the chat. Do you cry when you chop an onion? Or how do you prevent yourself from crying when you chop an onion? Because, yeah, let us know. All right. But this helps. And I can chop onions all the time. And now my kids can chop onions too, because I'm not worried about them hurting themselves with this because it's super safe. Now, if it was open, okay, and the blade cover was not on this, now this part is not safe. But we don't let them touch this part because these are super sharp blades. They're stainless steel blades, and they're at 3 different heights. And the two on the top, they are angled, and so that they're winged is what they call it, and they push everything down. So it emulsifies everything that goes down in here. So once this is on, it's locked into place, and I don't have to worry about my kids because they are 5, 11, and 13. My daughter just turned 13 last weekend. But I don't have to worry about them. And so my youngest was born into Tupperware. And so he has been using this since he was probably 1, like seriously, because he started walking when he was 8 months old. And I always had him in the kitchen. He was always on my hip and doing recipes with me and helping me. Okay, so this is just part of this amazing set, right? And so I also have an 11-year-old boy, and he loves this thing. This is our breakfast maker. So he doesn't really use these dishes because these are for poached eggs, but he does use this other, okay? And he makes scrambled eggs in here. My youngest, he actually makes scrambled eggs for my youngest as well. They love scrambled eggs. And so it's really easy. All they do is you scramble them up, you add a little bit of milk or water to it. If you want, you can add some vegetables to it. You hold on to these little handles and you put it in and you pull it out because these don't get hot. And so it only takes about 1.5 minutes to make their breakfast, and they love it. And they love to be able to do this by themselves. Now, I'm going to tell you something. One of my favorite things to do in here is a 3-2-1 cake. Do you know what a 3-2-1 cake is? Let us know. All right. And so if you know what that is, but it's so easy and it's so yummy, and you can make a single serving just for yourself. Like let's say I have a hankering for a chocolate cake. I can go ahead and make that in just 1 minute, and it would be all done and ready. And so these two pieces right here, these value at $93. And then we have the breakfast maker, and this so you can do so much more than just eggs. And obviously the cake, you can do so many things. and we have lots of recipes. So make sure that when you're getting this, we give you recipes. All right. And you say, hey, I need those recipes. So, but that value, these two pieces together value at $122, but you can get all of that for $119, which is less than just these two pieces. And let me tell you, you will be very happy about these two pieces. And another thing, when I first started, I was talked into getting this stack cooker. All right. And actually what got me getting it was my friend told me that I could make a meatloaf in the stack cooker in just 15 minutes. Now, that was one of my kids' favorite meals, was meatloaf, my meatloaf. I don't know about any other meatloaf, but they love my meatloaf. And so, but it would take a minute, to get it together. And then it would take an hour and a half for me to bake it in the oven. So when on meatloaf night, we had to make sure that we were home and I had it all prepped and ready to go in the oven by 4:30. We were always going places. And so that was a chore for us to be home in time to get the meatloaf in the oven. But it turns out amazing. It is so, so good. So if you like meatloaf and you don't like to wait an hour and a half for it, 15 minutes in your stack cooker, and it is amazing. And your husband, if you're like, oh, my husband won't like that, let me tell you, he will. All right. So, but now I'm going to show you my chicken. Look at this chicken. Chickens are funny. Okay. So I have a whole chicken in here and it is on my cone and it's kind of dancing around right now. But it is fun to make it dance. Do you ever make your chicken dance? Just let us know. But anyway, my kids may have laughed at me when I did my first chicken, but it's so easy. It is so easy. So I have, and it's healthy because all we need is the chicken, all right, and seasoning. And then it's going to go in the microwave for 25 minutes. And so this is my favorite seasoning. This is Italian herb. And again, I make my own homemade seasonings. This here is Southwest Chipotle seasoning. And so I always put this on my taco meat when I'm making tacos. All right. And if you need those recipes, just say recipe and for spices, spice recipe, and we'll give you these recipes. All right. And so it does have the spoon on the inside to measure. All right. And but I'm not measuring for this. I am just going to take this and I'm going to just kind of dump it all over the chicken and then I'm going to rub it in. Now, if you know me, I don't like my kids to get like crazy dirty, and especially touching raw meat. And this is raw meat. And I did let my son help me put some seasoning on our chicken earlier. So this is part of our counterscapes. And the counterscapes do come in a set of 2. All right. And they're awesome for more than just your spices too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to rub this seasoning all over. You want to make sure that you get it all over, even under the wings. Pick up the wings and put it under there, right? When my son was doing this, he was making faces because I was telling him what to do. And then I was making faces because of what he was actually doing. So it was quite comical. I may have a friend who took some pictures of that, but so anyway, we have our chicken and that's it. So now my hands are nice and dirty. I'm going to wash them off. I have some soapy water here so I can wash them off really good because I don't want to touch anything after touching that raw chicken. That's just not me. All right. But I'm going to use one of our microfiber towels to dry my hands off with these. So my hands get really dry and microfiber used to never be good for my hands. And these are okay. And they hold 2 cups of water, which is also great. So I'm taking this middle piece now and I'm going to put this right on top of the bigger one. I'm going to put it in the microwave on 70% for 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna bring it out, right? Because that's what we do. We have our chicken. Now I have these are small and I have a big family, so it's okay. And then always open it away from yourself for the steam. And look at this chicken. Look at that chicken. It's a rotisserie chicken, only done in the microwave in just 25 minutes. And let me grab a fork so I can show you the chicken breast. All right, what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. Can you see that? It is yummy. Yeah, and it smells delicious too.